the statistics right now handy. They know every day that within 72 hours, few days ago, that more than 300 Christians were slaughtered. You see? So Nigeria alone is responsible for nearly 3/4 of Christian death globally. And if you go and read that bill, though it is not fully displayed, you will see that the bill specifically mentioned the case of that woman in KANU that they killed by the terrorist Roha Jatu. That was in 2016. It also made reference to Deborah in 2022, that female student. It also made reference to Sunday Jackson, 2021. So these are not statistics. These are people. These are brothers and sisters. They have this, reference to make in their report. So now, Kwankwaso has come in and people are asking, why Kwankwaso specifically? I made a tweet today. You see, whatever you are doing in social media, it is being monitored. What we are tweeting, it is not a waste. I made a tweet that Rally Moore asked Kwankwaso, can you make a comment about your introduction of Sharia in Kano State? Yes, he asked him. He was the governor of Kano State, and he was the governor twice, 1999 to 2003, and 2011 to 2015. And in November 2000, this news was reported by BBC. Let me read. I think I still have the news here. Give me a few seconds. If I have to, hold on. Did I close it? Yeah. If you go there in BBC News, KANU introduces full Sharia law. This was Sunday, 26 November 2000, 13.0 GMT. BBC News. Okay? And they said, KANU, Northern Nigeria, most populous state. If I read it will take time. That Sharia was formally launched in KANU in June at a rally attended by hundreds of thousands of people. So I will share the link after in case anybody is interested to read. So now, BBC News reported this, that Kwankwaso himself signed the Sharia Penal Code Bill into law. So this made Kano one of the 12 states implementing full Sharia criminal law. Did you see? And we know very well that this law includes death penalty for blasphemy. They will say, oh, you've insulted Mohammed, or you've insulted their religion. Death penalty for leaving. If you decide to leave Islam and say, okay, I'm not joining again, they will kill you. They will amputate you if you steal. But the politicians that are carrying money in Ghana must go. They're exempted from this. They will stone you to death for committing adultery. The man will go free, but the woman will be stoned to death. And before they stone you today, they will rape you. Not only your husband that will rape you, or the person you committed adultery. All of them, they will rape you before stoning you to death. And then they will lash you 80 lashes for alcohol consumption. So this man now, this Ralimo, this congressman Ralimo now, responded to Kwankwaso defenders on Twitter. Governor, do you care to comment on your own complicity in the death of Christians? You instituted Sharia law. You signed the law that makes so-called blasphemy punishable by death. Until today, I have asked him also today. He has not responded. Now, he has a party called NNAPP. And he says he was under tremendous pressure. Hey, my people, give me time. From his Muslim constituent, that he was under what? Tremendous pressure. Please, I don't know who went to school. Help me. Let us break down this grammar small. What is the meaning of tremendous pressure? I said this page will be interactive today. Even if you're in the comment section, please tell us the meaning of tremendous. My co-host, are you there? Tremendous. Biko?
Yes.
Tremendous.
Tremendous pressure refers to an overwhelming, intense, and severe amount of stress, force, or urgency. That means, putting pressure on somebody to, do something. That is what they call tremendous pressure. So I think maybe that will be okay for now. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, my co-host. In a layman's language, they were mounting pressure. Thank you so much, my co-host. Intense pressure, no break. Ta 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 ta. So they did not allow him to take any break. They were mounting. Ta, ta, you must, you must, you must, you must, you must. From who? He said from his Muslim constituent. They point out that he ran with a Christian bishop. That was Isaac Idahosa as vice president in 2023, showing that he is not personally anti-Christian. You know, when they want to deceive you, they will bring a Christian and put by your side, just like what Tinubu is doing with Remi, just like what Buhari did with Osibanjo. They will always do it, just like what they're doing with Musa, and they claim Musa is a Christian. They gave him Minister of Defense. So they know how to align themselves. They have the template. So that you say, it's not only about Muslim. Now they are using the grounds that he had a vice, what is it, a VP in 2023 as a Christian. So it shows that he is not a personally anti-Christian, you know. So, but the point here is that he signed a law that has been used for 25 years to persecute, imprison, and even kill Christians. Whether he is personally is prejudiced or not, his signature has enabled systematic persecution of Christians, systematic persecution of Muslims who refuse to bow to Sharia. So that is why he is on that sanction list. Now, shall all the governors who implemented or even maintained Sharia law be on that list? In my opinion, I would say yes. Even the legitimate governors in Biafra land who has collaborated with Nigerian forces to suppress our people will also be on that list. It's a matter of time, because Rome was not built in a day. So the bill is just a start. It is a framework, and we can push to expand it if we are ready. So this is what strategic thinking looks like. Acknowledge what is achieved, put more. Don't dismiss progress just because it is not perfect yet. No. And if you also go to the social media handle, you see some people saying, oh, this sanction will not work. These people don't travel anyway. Kwankwaso doesn't have asset in America. I want to tell you why this bill is more powerful than it looks. It is very, very powerful because there is a network operating here. There is a system here. And once you understand how it works, you will see why cutting off the money is the key to everything. They know what they're doing. Let's look at part one. The Meetiala network, who they really are. We are going to look at that. Now, my people, you see, we have to understand that Nigeria had prepared this template for a very long time, test run this template, and they are implementing it. But our people, because they don't care, they don't take anything serious. They push it aside. And they are dining with them. They pull that Bianca, come and join and kill your people. Now they have picked a Kubana, high priest, whatever they call him. While his family is there in UK, the wife is schooling in UK. Why did she run away from Nigeria? Anyway, we'll come to him later. So, let's talk about Mietiala actually, because this is not just some, cattle headers. No, 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 no. No. I'll be using the abbreviation MACBAN because I don't have time to be pronouncing long name. We know that it was founded in 1979. 1979. And they have the headquarters in Kaduna. Oh my God. Who was the governor of Kaduna? El Rufai. Okay, I'm coming. And they claim to represent about 100,000 semi-nomadic and nomadic Fulani pastoralists in Nigeria. So the name Meatiela, it means I thank God. That is what it means. So they have a purpose in this group. Now, the first purpose is to advertise for this nomadic education. And the second purpose is to secure grazing reserve for cattle. This is the reason that Gumi will say, give us land to graze if you want peace. Because they want to fix these people, these terrorists in all your bushes. They are saying it is because of climate change that they are leaving the northern part of Nigeria. But they are living with AK-47 and explosive bombs everywhere, sharp machetes. They also have a purpose to mediate conflict between farmers and herders, according to them, and also to promote the welfare of Fulani people. These four purposes is what they have right now and why they created this group in 1979. And if you hear what I'm saying, it will sound very harmless. Oh, this is just what they're doing, just cattle herders wanting grazing, as they have been deceiving the world for so many years now, until our Biafra Republic government and our lobby stepped in and said, no, it is not true. If you look at the power structure, you begin to understand why the United States of America carried out the airstrike in Sokoto. Because the board of trustees is chaired by the Sultan of Sokoto. The board of trustees of Miyetti Allah is chaired by the Sultan of Sokoto. Oh my goodness me. The most powerful traditional and religious ruler in the northern part of Nigeria. Do you see that the United States of America know the terrain more than those that claim that they are Nigerians? And they have board members. Emir of Zazu is there. Emir of Castina, where terrorists are kidnapping people, is part of this board of governors. They have another one, though the person is dead now, the late Emir of KANU, Adebayero, and other powerful northern emirs. Do you see what is happening? So this is not just cattle breeders association as they paint it. This is a political and religious establishment of the northern Nigeria. And they have funding sources. Yes, because according to their own statement, Miyetti Allah gets funding from membership fees. They get yearly dues. They get funding from other generating money activities like kidnapping. Hey, you. And they get money from donors. DONORS. They did not specify it. They just put they get money from donors. They refuse to specify these donors. Do you see? So who are these donors? They refuse to say it. If you go to Twitter handle, you see what and the Economist tweeted that, you saw he has studied the network and he came out to tweet and say this network will be difficult to break because of regional supporters and that their grip on Nigeria will be hard to break. I don't know if you are still hearing me or I'm saying something on my screen. So they have external financiers in what they are doing, this Miyetti Allah. You know now who is the head, who is the chair, Sultan of Sokoto. Now they have two factions. That is why you heard the third one, Miyetti Allah Kautel Hore. They have two factions now. They have split it into two main groups. The Macban, which is the Allah Cattle, Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria. One is there. And then they have what we call Miyetti Allah Kautel Hore. That one is led by Bello. This is the more militant faction. Now, both are named in that bill that was presented. And Macban, which is the Cattle Breeders Association, claim that they are very peaceful. They say we don't run armed wings. We don't sponsor violence. We work with police. We work with Nigerian military. We work with international NGO. I am quoting them directly. But the problem here is that even this Macban now admit that some Fulani communities have formed vigilante groups because they see Macban as what? This is what they say. Ineffective and government aligned. That is why they had to form vigilante group. So the violent one now, which is this horror, exists because the official government is not aggressive, is not for some members. I don't know if you are understanding what I'm saying. You see? So the network is very, very strong. The Rally bill now targets Kwankwaso, the former governor, and the Magban, and the Miatiala Hore, and the Fulani ethnic militia, which is now the armed group. So do you see the pyramid now where it is going from the top till the bottom? So the bill is targeting the entire network, not just individuals. So those of you that say, oh, Kwankwaso doesn't travel to America anyway, even Magban leaders, they don't have US bank account. So what is the point? There is a point. Because this is not about personal sanction. This is about designating them as a foreign terrorist organization. So the Rally More bill doesn't just sanction individuals. No. It directs the Secretary of State to determine whether Fulani militias qualify as foreign terrorist organization under US law. And if you are designated as a foreign terrorist organization, banking will be freezed globally. So it is not just US bank. Any bank that does business with America, which is almost every major bank in the world, must block all funds connected to this foreign terrorist organization. They have to report transaction to US Treasury. You see, and they also have to refuse to process payment. So if a bank now violate this, they have penalty to pay. $50,000 per violation, or even twice the amount. They can be prosecuted on the grounds of criminality. And they can also lose access to US financial system entirely. Now, let me give you an example here so that we understand what I'm saying. Now, for example, if Magban has, let's say, 100 million naira in a Nigerian bank, and that Nigerian bank now has a corresponding relationship with US bank, which they all have, that money will get frozen. I don't know if my explanation is clear. That money will get frozen because all of them have a corresponding relationship with US banks. Under US federal law, it becomes a crime to knowingly provide material support or resources to any federal terrorist organization. And these resources, this material support include money, even training. Expert advice is though, transportation is though, weapons is though. Even just letting them to use your phone is part of it. So this is strictly liability law, a strict one. You don't have to intend to support terrorism. You just have to knowingly interact with them. This is a FTO, foreign terrorist organization. And there are penalties to that. You can serve up to 20 years in federal prison. You see? So this is the key that we are talking about. US law has extraterritorial application applied, and they call that international reach. So if you are not American, not in America, but you use US dollars, you process payment through US financial system, and even do business with US companies, and even have assets touching US bank, that the US government now can prosecute you or even sanction you. That is what is playing out. Let me also use another real world example here, like Mexican cartel that we discussed a few months ago. You saw what happened in January 2025 when President Trump designated 6 Mexican drug cartel as a foreign terrorist organization. Now, if you go back and listen to what happened there, you see that major Mexican banks immediately froze accounts, and international businesses cut ties with them immediately. Even cryptocurrency, it was there in the news, exchange block address, and family members had accounts frozen if they were connected to it. Now you have to understand here that what I am saying now happened in Mexico, not in America. But because Mexican bank used US correspondent banking, they had no choice than to immediately freeze all the accounts. That is the example I'm trying to say. So it doesn't mean that because it is happening in Nigeria band that they will not receive this the account will not be frozen. No. If this happened in Mexico and it was immediately implemented, the exact thing is going to happen in Nigeria. So when Macbank now, Kwankwa, so even the Miatiala sanction, it is not just about them personally. So the sanction now will cover their family members, it will cover their business, anyone that assists them, companies they control, everything. So if Kwankwaso himself don't travel, his children can get US visa. They can't get US visa. His business partner self cannot. Even his political allies cannot. So this now creates the internal pressure within that network. You see? Remember what Raleigh Bill specifically said about these Chinese people. It is also part of it. It is also part of it. So now, you see what that economist man said, that the network will be difficult to break because of these sponsors, regional sponsors that these people have. But federal, foreign terrorist organization target those external sponsors that they have, because once you are designated, Chinese mining companies can't pay you. They cannot pay you. The Middle Eastern donors cannot fund you because the bank transfer is blocked. Even Cash Korea will face criminal liability if they try it. So the entire financial system would definitely collapse. You see, how did this happen? Do you think it fell from the sky? How did Raleigh Moore even know about Meetiala? How did the US Congress start paying attention? Because of the work, because of the strategy, because of documentation and persistent work of Biafra Republic government in exile. Without that, they will not get this information. They will never. Our prime minister then, he was the acting prime minister, submitted testimony to the US Congressional Tom Lactose Human Rights Commission. And the hearing was titled Transnational Repression. This was the very first time in modern history that congressional testimony was officially submitted on Biafra issue. It has never happened before. Tell Orabueze to go and submit, let us see. Even Imam Madabu, even those that call themselves a Save Nigeria group, or the two factions of DOS, let them go and submit, let us see. And you know who is chairing this Tom Lactose committee? Same Chris Smith, who is the one now working with Raleigh Moore on this Nigerian bill. We saw what the testimony demanded, that the US state should invoke Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act to identify and impose travel and financial restriction on all officials of the federal government of Nigeria and any Nigerian non-state actors implicated in the killing of Biafran Christians in their homeland in Biafra land. And Raleigh Moore now proposes exactly this sanction under Global Magnitsky Act. It is clear they did not want to recognize the effort of Briggy. Oh my goodness me. It also demanded that the US government, including through targeted sanction or tariff, to pressure the government of Nigeria to release Onyendo and allow him safe passage out of Nigeria. And Trump administration today designated Nigeria as a CPC. Pressure is increasing. Let's wait and see. As I said, this is just the starting process. Our government also demanded and urged the United States government to pressure Finland to do the same thing through targeted sanction and tariff to release our prime minister, our first prime minister, Simon Ekpa. It is still pending, but they're still working on it because the United States is monitoring the situation to know what is going on. And they also urge the United States to deny all bilateral assistance and visas to officials of the terrorist country, Nigeria. It's still under consideration in various congressional offices. They are still mounting pressure. Our lobbies is not wasting. And behold, September 18 crowned it all with congressional briefing. The second major development, first ever congressional briefing, specifically on Biafra. They opened the doors for us to enter and have a congressional briefing. I salute our government. This is what our prime minister, our first prime minister said. We are doing what? going to do wonders. Yes, we have done the wonders. It is just starting. More are coming. And you saw who graced that occasion. Michael Rubin was the one that graced the occasion, and he said publicly, I look forward to joining Ogechukwu Nkere at the U.S. congressional briefing to discuss Nigeria-Biafra-U.S. policy and the way forward to recognition. He tweeted it before that day. And he was there discussing economic deals with U.S. and potential Biafra state. They discussed defense and military cooperation. They even discussed human rights abuses documentation and also part to our international recognition. So the document and the testimony included all that we have seen playing out today. And somebody will come out and tell you, why should it be Ogechukwu Nkere? Let them go now. Ask them, what are they doing that they cannot go? We have to come together and fund, because there is a connection to Rally More Bill in everything that the Biafra Republic government have been doing. From June 2025, with the testimony that demanded global Magnitsky sanction, our congressional briefing on Biafra, Rally More visit, as part of Trump investigation in December. And now we have seen how they have introduced the bill with the exact framework Briggy requested. So who is working? It did not happen by accident. It is happening because me and you have been dropping small AJ. If we drop more AJ, if all of you come together and stop gossiping and fighting who is the leader, who is supposed to be the leader, who is not supposed to leader, creating strided faction here and there, instead of coming together to funnel our money to one channel, to one container, we are busy castigating this one, castigating that one. It happened because we built relationship with lawmakers and provide them with documented evidence. And not only providing, our lobbies have been following up. Our Prime Minister Ogechukwu Nkere has been following up persistently. He did not back down. So when people say Briggy is not doing anything, show them this timeline of what has happened. Rally More Bill is literally the implementation of what Briggy testified about in the Congress. It is playing out. Don't allow them to use psychological warfare with your fake billionaires back home and the city boys. Don't let them confuse you. Don't let them confuse you, because Nigeria knows that they are losing the international payout battle. Briggy lobbying is working. US pressure is real. That is why they are panicking, aligning themselves with this one, with that one. You saw what Sheyi said in 2022. Sheyi Tinubu said. And he created what they call City Boy movement. What are they doing? To bring psychological war on Biafrans. And they had a purpose for that. They call it youth-driven support to mobilize and empower youth in support of Tinubu renewed hope agenda. What are they renewing? What is the hope? It's just a tool to capture Igbo that claim that they are billionaires. Billionaires without portfolio. Billionaires, but you are sending your family out of Nigeria. Just the same thing like Showore is doing. Castigating US. Meanwhile, his family members are there. His family, the children, the wife, they are all there in United States of America. I don't know why they have not deported them. We saw what Obi Kubana did in this January 2026. Because the Nigerian government have failed. They have failed in all angles. Remi went there and disgraced herself. The lobbies have collected 10.6 altogether, 3 different contracts to lie that there is no genocide. But what did Obi Kubana did in this January? He went and collected appointments. Because what? Biafrans see him as one of the most popular Igbo billionaires that have massive social followers. The same thing that they are doing with Biafrans that have social media handle. When they see that you have many followers, they corner you and give you money. Go and spill lies on Biafrans. Go and use psychological war, even war on Biafrans. Don't let them believe in Briggy. That is what is playing out now. So they handpick these people that they feel that Biafrans are listening to them. And Sheyi Tinubu personally present Obi Kubana with appointment letter as Southeast Regional Director of City Boy Movement. Can you imagine that? He is the patron of this group. Oh. He is the patron. And there's another one, Stanley Uzochukwu. He's the chairman of the Stanley Group, another billionaire that is there. The other two are Yoruba people. And Sheyi said, I want to thank you for your support for Asiwaju Bello, that is his father, and to youth and young people in Nigeria, especially in the southeastern region. We are not supporting Tinubu. We are not interested in his political agenda. We are Biafrans, and no Nigeria election will take place in Biafra land. So Obi Kubana, the money that you have collected, instead of you to tell Sheyi, tell your father to release your brother, our Onyendu, then you will support him. You don't even have bargaining power, nothing. It shows how stupid you are. A Yoruba person, you that has been abusing Yoruba that they don't have brain, a Yoruba person lure you, gave you money to abandon your brother in the hands of the Fulani, but they were fast to release their own brother, Sunday Igbohu, and he raised his name from the wanted list. Sunday Igbohu is working freely in Nigeria today, but your own brother, NNAMDI KANU, is in the hands of the terrorists. You couldn't tell Sheyi, give me my brother, tell your father if he wants you to support, that he should release your brother for you. You were sheepishly and foolishly smiling because they have bankrolled you. You see what is happening? In 2 occasions, just in the last 3 months, he said, Obi Kubana had the gut to say, I start with a deputy speaker, a KANU. They are using emotional talk now, psychological one, Biafrans. And then we Tinubu issued, we discussed insecurity, new tax regime, ease of doing business, and the political solution that lead to the release of NNAMDI KANU. Where is he? Where is he? If you have ever made such a statement, why is Soludo fighting against the same thing that Biafrans are doing to make sure that Awonyendu is released? You have now followed the template of the Southeast illegitimate governors. Whenever they have a project at hand, whenever they have election, they'll say, my first assignment is to release Onyendu. The same thing that Bianca Ojukwu said, as soon as I get this appointment is the first thing I'll do. Tinubu will release NNAMDI KANU. But today, the whole weeks and months that Onyendu stayed in DSS detention, this woman never went to pay him a visit. Now he's in Sokoto. She has never gone to Sokoto to say, NNAMDI KANU, are you still alive or not? But she was bragging that Tinubu will release NNAMDI KANU. Instead, they dragged her in Turkey as a she-goat. The dirty hand of Fulani, they dragged her off like a she-goat. The same thing that Obi Kubana is saying here. So that you will believe his lies and follow him. The same thing Peter Obi is doing. Election time, Onyendu will be released, so that you will foolishly follow them. He said a lot of people have been working behind the scene, devoting time and resources to see that our brother is released, is free. Where is he? I'm engaging with power to free KANU. We have heard this over and over and over again. This is the reason Biafrans must sit at home. Because all these people are deceptive people. They are not doing anything. They are working on your mentality. They are working on your mindset. They are working on you psychologically, so that you will follow them and think that they are doing anything tangible for our leader to be released. They are not doing anything. Because when you hear them speak, it sounds very reasonable. But behind the scene, they are not doing anything to release our leader. They have not achieved anything. They are still underground like DOS. So this man is now publicly associating with Tinubu Renew Hope agenda. The pattern has repeated again. You see, accepting appointment, political appointment, getting contract, and they are very happy that every Christmas they will load a trailer of rice for you and come and give you one bag of rice. You'll be fighting and killing yourself just to collect one bag of rice. The same people that are kidnapping your children and killing them, harvesting their organs to sell in international market, they kill your children, they come back and give you a bag of rice every December. Are you not stupid? Are you not stupid to believe whatever they are doing? Are you not stupid? Our Onyendu has been abandoned in Sokoto. What are we talking? Let me yield my mic here before I go to the next stage, because I don't understand what is happening. You cannot save two masters at a time. You cannot be a city boy movement, a Southeast director, and demand for freedom, determination at the same time. It's not possible. There is no way you can accept appointment from Tinubu and then credibly fight for Onyendu's release. It is not possible. Because the moment you accept those positions, you are captured very fast. This is why Brigi's strategy of external lobbying is more effective if only we can come together. Because Brigi operates from outside Nigerian power structure. That is why they are succeeding. They are not seeking Nigerian appointment. We are not doing anything to please Tinubu. We are not building international pressure that Nigeria cannot, opt from. We are very, very strategic in whatever we are doing. And you could see the result today with US troops on the ground. Let me pause here because I've seen people on the... yeah, let me give the mic before I go to the next one, which is even the main topic for today. Yeah, 1 million, you have the mic. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful for just, grabbing the mic immediately because before I lose my line of thought. Thank you very much, our host, Auntie Tutos. God bless you. Thank you very much, my co-host, my boss, Mazi Ben, our boy, my big uncle. I greet you, sir. Yeah, well done, everybody. So now the thing that you are just saying now is that this mindset. If we can remember during before the kidnapping of our leader Mazin, these criminals, they have been trying to politicize, our freedom, in the sense that, remember how many of us could remember when they were trying to create a narrative that, oh, the way our leader Mazin Kanu is doing it, it's not the way it should be. Why they not create a group, create a political group, political this and political that, and they will pass through this way, and they will go to their so-called Ato chamber of blood sucking demons, and they will decide. Then they will not pass it. Then everybody will not nonsense, Arab nonsense. Haven't we seen that Nigeria is a failed state? All these things was the narrative that they were trying to pass. Even when our leader Mazin Kanu was here, even before the kidnapping of our leader Mazin Kanu, they came up with the idea of P2B, ignoring the fact that the facts of what we're supposed to focus on. When our leader Mazina, those people that are going to that gate of hell, to that pit of hell to bring message from you, that are bringing message for you, those people, they were all here when our leader Mazina were telling us that all these political criminals, including P2B and all of them, that they are all failed, that they are not working for your interest. So what more? What else? Even if your leader Mazina does not believe on all these criminals, then why are you people foolishly hoping, or maybe trying to project your mindset that maybe through a faulty foundation, through a fetish foundation, through a faith state like a so-called blue contraction Nigeria, that you are going to get your freedom? This is a question that we all should be asking ourselves. This is the question that we all should be asking ourselves. So we should not just be acting or pretending as if maybe we don't know what we are doing. Sometimes I don't know why it seems like maybe our people are, I don't know what is wrong with our brains, because all these whole things are very, very easy to understand. So the idea, the mindset of politics of this whole contraction that have failed you, that have disappointed you, that have destroyed you, that have brought you to this to a condition of alamajiri. A beggar is even better than all of you, including all these portfolio criminals that call themselves Ubi Kubana or whatever they call themselves. So the game plan here is that they have already succeeded in somehow penetrating the mind of some of our people, telling them that through this way or through that way, bringing out all these criminals, featuring all these criminals, before them, they will be able to get to us, somehow deceiving the people that is the way they are going to get their freedom. That is the way our leader Mazin will definitely, that when they are there, that a Mazin will be released. That when people be go there, a Mazin will be released. People be who told you that the idea of our leader Mazin, the idea of over 80 million of us, the idea of me and you is dead over 50 years ago, is going to release Mazin who believes in Biafra. Why people be in Nigeria? We should be wise. I'll read my mic here. Let someone else go. Thank you.
Tutor.
Yes,
please,
thank
can
you.
I ask this question?
Go ahead now. Who is talking, my girls?
In me, any difference between Agbero and City Boys? Thank you.
want me to answer, or you are throwing it for any other person to answer?
Any other person can answer, because there's no difference between city boys and Agberu. City
Okay.
boy
Uncle
is
Ben,
a
there's
big
no
version.
difference. Bro.
It's a version of
There's no
Agberu.
difference.
Thank you.
There is nothing that we have not seen. We have seen the worst. So that is the reason why we're supposed to be more brutal and very, very anger. Focusing on the needful, not brutal and angry and listening to gossip. Focus on the needful. The three lines that we need now is of God. Focus on your funding. Focus on your government. Focus on your defense. Then forget about all this Agbero and the city boy. Anyhow, they let them modelize the name. All of them, they are all Agbero. Let me not just take much of our time, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your answer, William. Ben, I hope you are okay with the answer. Okay.
Yes, I'm okay. So that we can be, telling them that they are really city boy bracket Agberus. They have nothing to offer. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Onyengere, you have the mic. Go ahead. Thank you. Please share the space if you are just joining. Onyenge, are you there?
Very much here, man.
Okay, welcome. You have the mic.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Good evening, dear friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are joining the space. You see, one thing that many Biafrans fail to understand is that these people have decided and they have made up their mind to be a slave. P2B is a slave. Obi Kubana is a slave. Look at their name. Obi. Obi is a boy. And that is how they always continue to be a boy. These people does not want to grow up. I made a video where I was vesting my anger on this useless P2B. I told him that P2B can as well go as low as going to Alamajiri, Fulani, all these beggars to lie down on the ground and be eating with them. Have you ever seen P2B eat with his village people? I don't know how we get here. I don't know. I asked a question in that video. I say, is this supposed to be a punishment from God to give us all these kind of useless that call themselves politicians in our land? Because of their uselessness, because of their money monger, because of their long throat, Fulani have capitalized on their long throat and now is using them, and they prefer to eat a bone that fall down from a master's table. You are the owner of what the masters are giving you, a bone, but you prefer to eat a bone. What kind of people is this? I asked Ukokika Biama, why did you, what have we committed to allow you to give us this kind of useless people? I'm very, very angry and annoyed, to be honest. How I wish our men, our defense has what it takes to just they has the enablement, as in the finance. I don't think are we not in this? Are we not in freedom fighting for? Let our people come. Let us support and give our men, our defense. All these things we don't suppose be. We will be talking while our men will be. These people will not have that temerity. They will not have that boldness to be making caricature of our land. Look at what these people have reduced us to nothing in the presence of Fulani. Because of the uselessness of these people. That is why you can never see any of these useless politicians in Southeast. Let me call the Southeast entirely. You can never see them condemn any atrocity, all this atrocity that has been committed by Fulanis. Shegumi will come from nowhere. Shegumi will say everything he needs to say, and nobody will cough. The useless politicians in Southeast will never ask Shegumi, why are you saying all this? And our own brother who has not said anything like this, these people went as far as going to Kenya to kidnap him. Oh God, how I wish I have extraordinary power. I am tired of talking. This freedom, this fighting, we call this thing freedom fighting. If it is freedom fighting, that means there is fight. Not only media fight, there is, oh God. You see, these people need to give. If Soludo is walking freely on Anambra, Peter Obi is walking freely, begging Fulani, making caricature of it, they will continue be doing all these things. But had it been that one of them has paid the price of what they are doing, others is going to learn lesson. Like one idiot used to say that, don't play. If you play, you're gonna learn. They will learn. Thank you very much. I yield my mic here. These people has caused so many pain. They have reduced us to nothing in the presence of Fulani. They are the one that is making Fulani that can never in their life last 1 month with us. Fulani can never last 1 month with us. But because of this sabotaging from here and there, because of these useless politicians, Fulani now thinks that they are the all and all. They are the one who can say, and nobody can thwart it. Biafrans, we need to wake up. And Sister Tuta, I want to correct you. Obi Kubana doesn't have anybody that listening to him. He will only be listening by the gullible that he's giving money, because most of these people, if they want to get people attention, they look at those people who are poor. And so some people that are poor, they are not ready to work, will be the one worshiping them. So I don't listen to any of them. No Biafra listen to them. So they don't have any follower. What they have is those that are hungry, that are following them. So Biafrans, let us wake up. Let us wake up. The time is now. You see, this is February. February is about to finish. 2026, we need to get something. We need to make sure that we get it right too. Let us wake up and do the needful. Thank you very much. I yield my mic here.
Thank you so very much, Onyengere, one of Biafra land. Yes, it's only those that are doing beggy that will fall for him. And I love the video I saw today with our mothers. They came out and said they will continue to sit at home. They were talking to Soludo. They will continue to sit at home until NNAMDI KANU, our leader, is released. I just love the positive spirit from our mothers today. Biafrans, sit at home. We are not going to trade our Onyendu with Soludo. It is not possible. Sit at home. And I've also come to realize that only 20 people have shared the space. If you have not shared the space, I will not give you mic. We have a rule in the space. As you join, share the space before you request for mic. Even though you are not on the mic, share the space so that others will see it and come. Yes, I know some of us might have forgotten. Maybe we're in a hurry. Yes, I understand. So please, my people, share the space, because we will not stay here for a very long time, so that others will join. They will Biafras. Remember, go and pay your liberation tax. Go and contact your state admin. Go to de facto Telegram group. Click there. You see a link to your own Telegram, your own admin, your state. Sorry. Click and join your Telegram group. Put a message in your Telegram group. Who is the admin of this group? I want to pay my liberation tax. He or she will guide you on what you are supposed to do. Your liberation tax you have to pay before the 15th of every month. If you have not also joined the Biafra Community X handle, what are you waiting for? You can see this space is streamed from Biafra Community. How can we have millions of Biafrans, and if you go to a Biafra community group, we are only 400 and is it 20? So please try and join the community group. You are highly welcome. Saturday is a fundraising. Don't wait till Saturday. If there will be time difference that will affect your attendance, send your money now that it is afternoon wherever you are, and keep your receipt, or you send your receipt to our information minister. He will announce for you. That is if you want your name to be announced. Our website still remains www.biafrarepublicgovernment.org. No space, all together. Thank you so much. Our brother Emeka, you have the mic. Welcome.
Oh yeah, okay, all right, thank you, thank you, tutors, 30 and the house generally. I just want to discuss the question of the U.S. and their actions that they have taken so far and what they are doing. I want to concentrate on that, and I hope there is a channel by which they could also hear us when we are on this platform. They are taking such decisions that maybe some of us might think will be helping our cause in a special way. And to me, I have my reservations about what they are doing so far. And here is my own observation. There is a difference between, when you want to solve a problem and when you want to take care of a situation. Let me say you are holding a meeting, or you're supposed to hold a meeting, and you planned and all whatnot. Then you get into the meeting and the whole people you invited are there. And your man starts switching on all the ACs and one of them fails to work. Well, if that facility management is under you, you could easily say, okay, let me solve the problem. You order a new AC and assemble and just install it there. And oh yeah, the whole place becomes cool. And to some people, or most people, they would think the person has solved the problem. But to us, the person hasn't solved the problem. Because you see, that you should be asking yourself, why did that happen? Yanking off one AC and buying a new one you have only taken care of the situation. You haven't solved the problem at all. You should ask yourself why that had to happen. That is how to solve a problem. Or somehow, maybe you are supposed to enter into a house, park into a new house, and by the time you got there, the person brought you inside that place and you find that there's a human stool smelling all over the place, and you just come and pack the human stool and throw it away. Some people will say you've solved the problem. You've not solved the problem, because there was a reason for which that thing was found there at that particular time. Or someone is sick and he's maybe feverish. And what you go about doing is you buy a drug, buy paracetamol or something and give to the person. You think you have treated the illness. You have not. You have only taken care of a situation. You have taken care of the symptoms. And that is what they are doing by all these military strike, bomb here, do that, pursue this. Those things are never going to solve the problem. For me, yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, please, we are not to assess what the U.S. I'm so sorry. That is not the we are not going to assess what they are doing. Yeah, whether it is going to yield fruit or not, that is their own template and their own policy. So please let us not go into that and see, try like as if we are assessing what they are doing, if it is fruitful or not. That is not our business. We are focusing on the topic and what we should do for our Biafrans to come together and fund their freedom. They've decided to use any model or format that they want that is suitable for them. So please, if you don't mind, let's focus on the topic and leave the assessment and how they are operating for them to decide. Please, thank you so much. Are you
Yeah,
there?
Emeka, you can unmute yourself, please.
Okay, yes, I'm unmuted now. So why I just wanted to talk about that was because she mentioned Kwakwanso and all those decisions about Kwakwanso and all those things. Then I was thinking, what is it to us? How are we going to rejoice over it? What effect is it going to have on us, with those who are living at home or for the Biafran cause? If you had not gone that way, I wouldn't have said anything about it. But I have mentioned, and I just want to let's forget about the US, but I want Biafrans to address their minds to this thing, and for Nigerians to also know this same thing. See, the Fulani can attack us, the Fulani can attack Christians, and they can overtake anybody and grab any land simply because this is Nigeria. And if they don't see Christians, they will not kill them. If they don't have access to where the Christians are, they will not attack them. This is the cross of the matter. Now, for Fulani, no matter whether they got their sponsorship from anywhere, for them to go to any place and attack Christians, it is because they have access to that place. And if they don't see Christians, they will not kill them. If you look at the north, for instance, where they have the majority are Muslims, anybody can say anything, but I have lived there and I can go there even if I want to go now. I'm always there already. I know what the population is like. If you have a place where you have about 70% to 80% belonging to one particular group and 20% belonging to another, and when there is any kind of killing, you find that the ones killed in the majority are the one that has the smaller population. Meanwhile, the one that is in the majority is less. Then it is very simple that that attack is tailored. It's a very simple thing. And now, if you want to stop that, there is a very simple thing to do, is to make sure that they don't get there, they don't go there, they don't have connections with them. So if we want to be free, whether as Biafrans or now that the pressure is coming to the Yoruba land, the question to ask is, how can we stop them from accessing us? And it's a very simple thing. If we are not in the same country with them, they cannot access us. If the Christians are not in the same place with them and being a threat to them because they see them every day, they will not kill them, they will not attack them. There are Christians in Niger Republic. In Chad Republic, there are evangelicals I know there because I was helping some Reverend Fathers who were there. There are Christians in Senegal, in Guinea, and all those places. But because the population is insignificant to influence them, they cannot attack them. Now, in Nigeria, there are Christians among them. And because they see them as a threat, they see them as another civilization, so they will attack them. That is what is happening. So if we want to solve this problem, it's a question of separating them completely from where Christians are. They have their majority areas. If they are in their majority areas, there is another area which they can share 50-50 or a bit. The Christians can be on the majority. They will not attack them. As for the East, we who are in Biafra, they have no stand there. So people will be free. But if we continue to stay in the same place, certainly this thing will continue to happen. In Guinea, for instance, where they are the highest number of Fulanis, they are almost 40% there. In Mauritania, they are 30%. In Senegal, they are 25%. In Mali, they are 16%. In Niger, they are about 7%. In those places, this is not happening. What is special about the Nigerian case? What is special? What is special is that they are in the majority in a particular area, and they claim majority in Nigeria, and the Christians are before them, so they would think about that. And because there is something to also look for, which is the resources, the oil that they are coming for. So if somebody wants actually to save anybody, the thing is to make sure that they don't get to those areas, that they are completely separated to their own corner and they cannot come back to this place. Because if the generations now are wiped out, another generation should come up and this thing will continue to happen. That is basically what I wanted to say. And now I'm telling Biafrans generally, you don't have to be afraid or to think that anybody is going to save you. I am telling you this authoritatively. There is no need to put hope on anybody or any force. This thing is going to happen. Nigeria is going to split. And when it does, there will be no hand in any place holding the Biafrans to ransom by any means. We are going to be free by our own hands and without anybody's support. We can keep doing what we are doing, is okay, but it is going to happen. And I'm assuring you, there will be no encumbrances on us when it happens, because everybody is going to leave us alone. But then we have to keep faith, because this thing is going to happen by the pressure that is going to increase from these people going forward. They are not going to step back. I am telling you, they will not step back. And that their forward movement is what is going to help us to achieve this. And as they are moving forward, then what do we need to do to defend ourselves? Defend ourselves and ourselves alone. And not care about defending anybody, because no matter what you do, they will come at us and they will come to our borders. And that is when it will happen. We need to have our borders strongly guarded. We need to have adequate protection by ourselves, not by anybody, because nobody is going to protect us. We have to do our best to make sure we have enough defense. I have spoken to Totti. I have written so many times. I have spoken in this place, and people don't seem to understand. Now, since you want me to say it in a very plain way that you will understand, let me put it this way. There are people who, by their status, by their positions, by their exposures, and their presence in those areas where these people are going to easily pick them up, will not be able to do anything. If these people are able, there is no intermediate bank that you're going to use for anything that people will not see you. I'm telling you this, no matter who you are. Those banks are there when you do, and the Nigerians are unscrupulous. You could see the manner in which the idiot that read the sentence, or whatever he called it, I don't think it is, I don't call it sentence, it is just some kind of rascality of maybe one Agboro from Oshodi coming into the court and reading something and say he was sentencing NNAMDI KANU. That wasn't any judgment, it wasn't sentencing, it was just some kind of rascal statements. But because they have the army and whoever to enforce it, they say they are sentenced him. That they can do anytime to anybody. This will be Kubana you are talking about. Remember, they first had to touch him. They destroyed one of his buildings in Abuja. That is what they will do. So if anybody is exposed and is capable of supporting us to be able to defend ourselves in the future, because it is going to happen, we will need to provide the channel, the appropriate channel of safety for those people. Now, since it seems like I've been speaking in tongue, Emeka Oragu or so is doing something there on that platform. If somebody goes to a platform to buy anything, whether it is food, whether it's music, whether it's a writing, whether it's a story or anything, that cannot incriminate the person in any way. So try to use that very platform. I want Emeka to present the kind of things that people can buy It could be literature, it could be anything, so that people will feel comfortable buying those things. Buying those things, they are not buying because they need those things. They are paying for those things because it is a means by which they can contribute. So you make it easier for those who feel like endangered in contributing to use that avenue to pay. I have said it in different ways. I have spoken in tongues over and over again, and it seems like I have to say it in the open for the enemies to hear now. That is what I am telling you. I've been saying it again and again. Put those kind of things that you know are there. People will go there and buy those things. They don't need them. They just want to make a contribution. They will use that avenue. Since I've been dragged to say this way, then I have spoken on. That is just what I want to say. Thank you very much. Mine is just to make an advice.
Wow, thank you, our brother, Lecturer Emeka. Where have you been? It's been long. We've not seen you in this space. Yeah, it's a very good suggestion that you have given, and I believe that our brother Emeka will work on it. You have a point, because it's not all about talking. We have to devise many strategies on how we can raise funds to support our freedom. And what you said initially is very correct. I remember that time when I was small. If you go to someone's house when they did not invite you and they insult you, the first thing you say will be, yes, you are insulting me because you've seen me in your house. Exactly what you are saying. The only solution which we have been saying is to separate the Christians from the Muslim. Yeah, that would be a lasting solution for peace to reign and for Christians to be alive. Because if we are separated, we face our own business, they face their own business. As our Prime Minister used to say, we are not stopping anyone from practicing Sharia or whatever religion, but don't try to force us to follow you and join and practice your Sharia. We are not interested. Yeah, thank you so much for your submission. Um, this should be, I don't know where my co-hosts are, maybe they're in the other room. So thank you so much, Brother Emeka. Uh, Rastaman, do you mind I give to our MID, or are you in a hurry? Okay, thank you so much. European Rape MID, you have the mic. Welcome, sir. Please share the space as you are joining, Biko. European Rape, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, you have the mic, sir. Please. Thank you so much, Rastaman.
Yeah, thank you, Rastaman. Jaselassia Rastaman. Freedom of Biafra is sacrosanct, what you call Sancta Sanctorum. You're welcome, all Biafrans, this evening. Mr. Storm. Storm means Egbigwe. Eze bina Biafra, nke izizi. Onye ji ụwa, naanị ya bụ Jizọs. Afridominum mertecam, Nwada Eunice. Our Lady with the Stella, Papando. Emenike. Yes, and we have Nikolova. Onye nyere one of Biafra. Yes, we have Emeka Socrates. This in a Chared. We have Honorable Ben Wabo. And there are Jojo Nke Biafra. Honorable Totiville. And everybody here present, especially the anchor of the program. I want to stand on the existing protocol, thereby aligning myself with the demand that our brother Emeka Socrates asked. He said about Kwankwasu. So our people need to understand that this is this. Before, Kwankwasu was not named, but there is something behind the name Kwankwasu. Kwankwasu is a Fulani man, but why is it that a Fulani man comes to have a name that is very similar to indigenous African? When you say Kwankwasu, what is the meaning of Kwankwasu? Kwankwasu, Kwankwa. S.O. Kwankwaso. Where does that name come from? I'm saying this because of our brother Nika Socrates, because he has a very intellectual question. Where does Fulani grab the name Kwankwaso? It's not a Fulani name, but that name came from somewhere. Now, the origin of Kwankwaso is what we're supposed to understand as we are talking about Kwankwaso. That is not the original name of his. Maybe behind the scene there is another name that is being called. But I remember when Louis Ojukwu made a very, very tremendous realization in the northern part of the zoo. And there are other people that came alongside with Louis Ojukwu. And it's like Okonkwo. Okonkwo is a name or a surname. But if you want to recognize your business, you want to register it as either individual or a corporate, you have to say, this is what my company is called. I talk about Okonkwo Limited by then. And the people loved this man very well. Because of that, some people were giving their children the name of Okonkwo. That is where Kwankwaso came from. Some people cannot pronounce Okonkwo very well. That is, the meaning of Kwankwaso has to do with Okonkwo and Sons Limited. So, that does not mean that a Fulani man is not a Fulani man. A Fulani man is a terrorist per sempre. Per sempre means forever. A Fulani man is a Fulani. Even if you take the baptismal name of John, Fulani man is a terrorist because they are the Flua movement. Lamido Sanusi, Lamido is a terrorist. And the other one that is called Satan of Sokoto is a terrorist. Even if you like, call yourself Okonkwo Nigeria Limited or Kwankwaso, you're always a terrorist. That's why America. Okay, NKERE. Just calm down. Calm down. People that went to school understand what is happening. There's some people that don't understand the meaning of Kwankwaso etymologically. It means the imitation of a name that doesn't belong to Fulani, but a name that belongs to Ndi Igbo. But he is mimicking, and he's telling you now, even if he's called Kwankwaso for people, they thought that Kwankwaso is Igbo man. Then he tried to tell you that it's not Igbo man, or it's not Okonkwo Nigeria Limited, or Okonkwo and Sons Limited, as at the time of Louis Ojukwu. But he is a terrorist. That's why the Americans decoded him. He's in the Wikipedia of America now. Many other people are coming. They are still coming. That's why I wanted to respond to Mika Socrates, so that he will understand that when they malo that thing and they cook. So it is left for our people. Whether you are rich or you are poor, you are a pastor, you are a reverend father. One, they support BRGIE. I'm speaking in African language. Under NKERE, not illegitimate BRGIE. BRGIE under Ogechukwu NKERE is the one that God Almighty from the heavens, through Ojukwu, through NNAMDI, through Simon Ekpa, through Ogechukwu NKERE, his person, and through the humongous BRGIE, brought in the light of the rising sun, so that our people will, in line with international community and with the United States of America, will liberate Biafra per sempre. That is how it is. If Kwankwaso forgot the reason why his father named him Kwankwaso, and he's going back as Fulani, that one does not concern academic kindness. But the one that is important is that Kwankwaso is the imitation of the likeness of Igbo. Yes, that is a developer from the east to the west and to the north. That is the meaning of Kwankwaso. And we as Biafrans must resist and make sure that we cooperate in line with America. Eh? We cooperate with America to make sure that we liberate ourselves, and the information we're giving to our brothers and sisters in the north is that the only solution for Nigeria is disintegration. Nigeria should be divided into more than 6 states so that everybody will be empowered. When you have your military, even if your country is as big as a local government area, one day, my brother, you can, when you have military mind, you can secure your territory. Christians in the north, you can secure your territory. You can have alliance with Biafra, just like what our leaders said in NNAMDI. You can have alliance with Oduduwa Republic. You can have alliance with AES, Alliance for the Sahel States, people that reason like you. So you should not be saying that Nigeria must become one because you are afraid if they divide Nigeria, the terrorists will come and bomb you. I'm not saying you're Onyara, but I'm saying, what does the terrorists use to invade you? Is it not arms? Do they use sprayer to invade you? One day you must arm yourself and understand the formula. You must understand what made the family of Kwankwaso to choose the name of an Igbo man, Okonkwo and Sons Limited. Kwankwaso, that's the meaning of Kwankwaso. Ask him, he cannot explain above what I'm saying now. Learn what is needed to be done for the liberation of your people, for what you're saying to come to the light of the sun, and do exactly that. Don't waste your time praying. Whereas you need action. So thank you, my brother. I don't want to waste our time for this time around, but I wanted a Socrates to understand that, look, what you saw and what you wish to happen is what we are saying. Let our people come together under this umbrella. Do not waste your time thinking that in one way or the other, Nigeria will be better. Nigeria does not exist. It is not our indigenous. It is not Bia. It is not Zo. It is not Wa. It is another thing. Every country in this world, when it is created, there is a traditional meaning of the word, like the Spain, Spanish, España, okay? Spaniard, it has to do with the Spaniard, Spanish people. When you say Nigeria, Nigeria has nothing to do with Wa, it has nothing to do with Zo, it has nothing to do with Bia, it has nothing to do with Hausa, neither has it to do with Yoruba or Igbo. So it has to do with the colonial masters. So anybody that is truthful to him or herself will understand that there is no need to be supporting something that your forefathers did not create, but to support the truth at the same arco temporalis. So thank you. Let me yield my mic for this time around. God bless our people, and God bless NNAMDI KANU, NKERE, Simon Ekpa, BRGI, the Biafrans, the soldiers, children that have been massacred in the genocidal war. We are going to make Biafra to come to fruition. America is already there. The international community is already there, so that their labors shall never be in vain, for they are our heroes. I yield my mic. God bless you.
In secular, thank you so much, MID.
We are going to do wonders.
Just few seconds, Rastaman.
I want you all to understand that we are in a very big battle. Battle for freedom is not for lily-livered people. It's not for kids. Battle for freedom, they throw bombs, rockets for people to get freedom. So freedom is not meant for people that are too emotional. It's not meant for people that somebody will talk this and talk that and they begin to shiver. No. I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help NNAMDI KANU to get Biafra. Believe me. Go and mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom I will be there for you. So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there any day, anytime.
Rastaman, you have the mic. Yeah, when you finish, I'll go to the next session. Welcome, the Rastaman.
Everlasting minds of makeup, ever building up love, not break up. Biafra, good love, who can see that must wake up? Self-perpetuating a good love, you choose up, not picked up. I gonna love you with all my mind, Biafra, yeah. I love you beyond I see end of time. Thank you very much, my dear tutors, Totivere, Ben Wabo, everybody, Socrates, His Academic Highness, Eunice, you name you from me, from my voice. And I say greetings to Biafra Republic Government in Exile. Salute my Prime Minister, Ogechukwu NKERE. Salute to my ex-Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, who just followed to help his master, Master NNAMDI KANU, catching the same badge of honor the same time. This is how he joined him. And we are telling him that the same thing, that legal entity that they want to stop in stopping them. This is what we are talking. This is what he's calling from Washington, D.C. Calling everybody, say, NNAMDI KANU's flag is here. NNAMDI KANU's work, all his efforts, the fruit of it is here, speaking for the people. You wonder how most of the people on the internet today, I was trying to take the letter and be posting it to some comments where they are talking about Biafran thing or what is happening, even those who are pro. Why are you not posting this? Look at the trigger to the bullet you see when you see the hands and the feet that are coming to that contraption to go to at least responding. Yes, as responding, so it is the strength and the effort that this man put inside. And his freedom is in our hand who are outside. He said it again and again. If you see, look for him, you don't see him. Just imagine how it happened with remember how Amazonians, when they stopped their leader, how they focus, because it's always that thing that they make, that caused the thing. You know, so this is one thing, my people. And sometimes in this democratic world, things have their steps, you know. We know where everything is going to end up. I say when Emeka Socrates was, I saw him, I say, hey, one wise man, they here to speak. Don't take away me, I know see him. And when the man they deliver well, they make connection, and they clear, the man name not digital, you know. So this is why I say everlasting minds of makeup, that is the mind of the maker. So I'm celebrating all of you that are here doing this thing and know the worth of what you are doing. So, and the thing we have also is patience and endurance. This is why we even exaggerate the time it will take. To show say we know they turn back, we're determined. And the faster we come together, all our people, to understand this simple thing, the easier it will go for us. If now whether we will get, as that the man don't talk and say it don't they go down already. Say whether the thing go split or it don't go. He say it don't split already. But the thing will go full on. And talk about this the thing, the Islamic thing is jihad definitely, but is this Fulanis are taking the jihad in their own name first. They use the Fulani first, you know, somehow. You know, because it has to do with them to have a place where they want to dominate, because all these countries, they kind of minority, they don't beat them well. So the best opportunity for them, and even as NNAMDI KANU said it, was now they want to have a country of their own. This is why one of them was saying the planning from everywhere is the Nigerian. You know, see that kind of madness? And if they succeed in the same stupid idea that will not allow them to succeed, then will come finally give the place their own name. This is their plans. So, and thank you, MID, for the Kwankwaso thing. The very first time I had Kwankwaso name, it was from NNAMDI KANU's mouth. He said, either they sodomize the Hitler of Iwacha Wiki. That was when I first heard the name of the man. You know, and when I heard the name, I was like, Kwankwaso. I didn't even think, I was like, because he said in the north, I was thinking, I couldn't associate the name with the north, you know. So nothing ever, I never went to research about it, but whenever, initially, when I heard it first, I was like, you know, so check them. I don't understand them. So anyway, long story short, when you come begin to mention this thing, you just come the adult for me. You come the adult, and me where we say I've been there for not. So I can imagine sometimes where they know if you pronounce some things from our language, like Inyamili and things like this, which is Yamili, and with Ikwankwa and all those things. I think they actually it sounds very, very plausible. Give thanks for that. So my people, I see these guys, what do they call them? Kubana chief priest, Biafrans, make una wise well. Now people will be say that they kneel down to the terrorist Boko Haram founder. Everybody know this. And Biafrans, people know, but I know say na fear because you know say they are terrorists. This is why you're trying to keep yourself. But if we all can't keep ourselves, then we'll still reach you. Then we'll only take them small, they do a small till they reach you. You, all of you know that is a terrorist state. If this guy tell you the story where they get behind, all these people where they collect them, not that they don't know. Somebody was even mentioning they could even ask these people to bring NNAMDI KANU matter. Man, where they kneel down to press 9 suggest, they know say they don't even dare to talk. Instead, they will give them command, watching they demoralize our people, make they do things to comot our people mind from NNAMDI KANU. So they go in there as slaves, and each and every one of them is slave. So, and according to Islam, infidels are not allowed to rule them where they have the upper hand. You know, and of course they are not loyal to the normal court system, only to Sharia. They deceive people with other things, but with now NNAMDI KANU case and everything, is Sharia that was dictating to the people, the one who pronounced it, as my brother said, it's not sentencing, it's illegal sentencing. So everybody should wake up. Ogechukwu NKERE is the man that is triggering the thing. Go to our website, see the documents there. Of course, people will talk against him. Who didn't they talk against? Is it NNAMDI KANU? No. Is it Simon Ekpa? No. Is it not Ojukwu? No. Is it Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ? No. Is it even God? There is no, if they mock God himself, and who are you? And when you are doing the right thing, things like this must come, but everybody must wake up. Jihad is not a joke. I'm talking about the sit at home. My people will remember, this is a very big language. If you know that affect them, they're not going to talk about it. I know one day too long for this thing, but I just want to say that we fit determine to rule ourselves, as with markets and other businesses. It is bad enough, say them no like us. But even by the past, if we hate ourselves, fool me once, fool me twice, can't fool me thrice, Britain Fulani have fooled us severally. Now freedom is our only salary. Yeah. Ghost town, Ghost Monday, NNAMDI KANU's day. Show the world you are not under bondage, is our freedom day. Mind is sound and brave. As a Biafran, we are no slave. Ghost town, Ghost Mondays. I say show the world, yes, because we are not under bondage. I'm missing say demonstrate it, my people. Stop the injustice and the evil. See, say them no like us. Say that we be infidel, but our papa name is Emmanuel. I say free Mazen NNAMDI KANU Wachineke. Yes, Simon and Hamadike. Because Fulani's impunity and the lawlessness. Violence